Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Just rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah. I'm here. Can't say that I'm rocking or rolling, but I'm here.
Me and you both.
Yeah. I'm you're in the middle of something. I'm on the tail end of something, and yeah, I've had to resist the urge to say certain things to certain people, but so far
I've had my frustrated moments last couple of days. So yeah, it's fun times.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm, just my brain is mush. We'll talk about it in a minute, but dude, just got a lot going on.
First show back here. I guess it's the second show of I can't remember when we last did a show.
We did a show. Yeah, this is the first show of the year.
Is it first show of the year?
I think so.
Is that right?
I think.
Okay. We didn't do one before the Fiesta Bowl? Yeah, we did because I was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, so it would have been before the year, though, right?
No. That was after the New Year. Because the New Year was the Sugar Bowl. Because I got up on the 2nd.
That's where my brain is.
And drove to Oklahoma City. So we did a show on, I covered a basketball game on the 3rd. We did a show on the 5th, a week ago today.
Okay.
I was in Oklahoma City.
Awesome.
That was the day that I was trying to decide whether to take the late flight to Phoenix or go to the Thunder game.
Yeah, that tells you where my brain is.
Yeah.
I've lost all track of days and times, and I just go until I can't go anymore. My body tells me, though, when it's time to shut it down, it tells me. It's like, yeah, that's it. That was your last one. That was your last one for this evening. You're going to bed.
Yeah.
And then I get up 3 hours later and do it again.
Yeah, I don't. You and I talked about this in Oklahoma City. When I was in Oklahoma City a little bit, I was out walking and we were talking. And you can function on 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
I need 6. I have seen where there's a literal difference between getting 6 hours or more and getting 5:59 and less.
I'm exactly the same way at 4 hours. If I get 4 hours of sleep, I feel like I slept 12 hours. I'm great. If I get 3 hours and 45 minutes, I'm like, ooh. I mean, there's no in between. So I'm just hoping there's a 4 that pops up, and like, no joke. So I've gotten 4 and change on Saturday and Sunday. I got 4 and change, and I feel great.
Yeah.
But leading up into that, it's been a long week, Neal. Been a long week.
Yeah.
Because when I'm not in the bed, I mean, that's the thing. It's not like I'm hanging out.
Right.
Going playing golf and none of that. No, it's never stops.
Yeah. That was me. That Monday, for example, that you and I talked and we did the show. The Thunder tipped at 7. I literally walked into the arena at about 7:02. Which was mistake 1 because I got there and my phone was just lighting up with portal stuff. I really didn't get a chance to watch the game, which was good. They got blown out. They played terrible. The Hornets played great. But I left after 3 quarters, and not because they were losing, but because my phone wouldn't stop. And it was just like, this is dumb.
Yeah, you got to go. Do not disturb.
I should have just gone to Phoenix. That's what I should have done.
Just gone ahead.
Well, because I could have slept in a little on that Tuesday morning and got up and worked portal from there.
Makes sense.
That was my error.
All right, you ready to go? Ready to roll?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I need a rain today. I've been holding my rain off until right now.
Welcome into episode 337 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That's Tyler Siskey. Here in the Clark Ford Studios in Oxford. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Appreciate you being with us. I don't know what our schedules are sort of moving forward. Are you here Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, it's first of 2 shows this week. Don't know what future weeks look like.
I'm good for a while, depending on you.
Yeah, I'm going to have some basketball stuff come up at some point. I've got to get.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I've got to get Carson's car back to him in Fayetteville. Stuff of that nature. Anyway, we're brought to you by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, 0 sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits. And achieve your goals, you can check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, I'm rocking with the sour gummy worm today, and as I was taking, I'm my energy levels, my war ring tells me that I'm not ready for the day yet, and my energy levels are low. But as soon as the old sour gummy worm hits the gullet, watch this.
There you go.
I can feel as it's going down my gullet.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel my body coming alive. I'm ready to watch all the offensive linemen that you can throw at me. I'm ready to go. I'm rocked. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
For those that don't know, Tyler is the offensive coordinator for the Birmingham Stallions.
That's the rumor.
It's draft week.
Yes, it is. It's right in the middle of it. We'll go over that in a second. But Neal, before we go on and get into that, the Kia of Meridian chat is already bumping. And if you are looking for a fresh start in a brand new ride, Kia of Meridian is kicking off 2026 with deals you can't miss. Right now, you can get 0% financing for 48 months on every 2025 Kia Telluride in stock. Do you need an affordable third row? How about this?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Drive the new 2025 Sorrento for just $569 a month, or you can grab the Kia Soul for $379 and the all-new K4 for just $394 a month. Don't wait. Go see them at Kia of Meridian today, and don't forget, when you go and you see Trav at Kia of Meridian, and you say, Trav, I want that 0% for 48 on that brand spanking new 2025 Telluride. He's going to say, but just wait. Let me pull it on out and let me spin the wheel and win awesome prizes like a PS5 and Xbox, a TV, and more. So check them out at Kia of Meridian. We're also brought to you by the official RV dealer, McCready Siskey. Who is that, you may ask? That's County Line Campers. Where are they located, you may say? That is exit 38 on I-10 in the wonderful city of Gulfport, Mississippi. Are you tired of vacations that include hotels, tiny rooms, and arguments over who gets the good pillow, Neal? You didn't have to argue with yourself.
I didn't argue with anyone.
That's why our friends at County Line Campers say, skip the hotel, take your house with you. That's right, a house on wheels. Right now, they're running their New Year RV sale, and listen to this. You can get cash back and free 2-night camping weekend with your brand spanking new RV from County Line Campers. That's right. Buy the camper and your first trip is already paid for. It's like buying a grill and then throwing in the steaks. It's called good business. Let's go. So make sure you check them out. Go to countylinecampers.com for all the deals, and don't forget to follow them on social media. That's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff, and check out Miss Destiny's walkthroughs because it's 2026. And it's going to be the year that you actually use your vacation time. So start it at County Line Campers. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? All right, let's get rolling. That was pretty good for my brain being mush. That's what happens when you put the rain down the gullet. You know what I mean? It
wakes you up.
Wakes you up and gets you going. I mean, that's good for I don't know. I think that's good for 30 first downs and 52 points a game. I mean, just a little shotgun and rain right before kickoff. You'll be all kinds of stuff.
I saw where people on the message board were taking predictions as to how you'll do, how many games you'll win, things of that nature.
Yeah, we'll see what the team looks like. No, we're putting together a good roster. My brain, as I said, is mush. We're kind of in the middle of the draft. We're kind of out of the allocation part, and the actual draft starts tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a UFL draft of all the former UFL players, and so through college allocations, through quarterbacks, which we've already selected, and through the roster protection, which we've already done. So we got 3 quarterbacks, okay? So I can't release any names. I think they're releasing them. UFL's releasing all this today. But we've already got our 3 quarterbacks. We had 3 college allocations. So the Birmingham Stallions, our college affiliations are Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Auburn, Alabama, and UAB. And so we got to protect any 3 players that we wanted from those schools. All right. And then the last part is we got roster allocation. And so roster allocation, roster protection. So we got to protect 12 players from last year's roster from the Birmingham Stallions. But it wasn't just any 12, it was per position. So it was like offensively, it was 2 wide receivers. We could protect 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. and 2 offensive linemen. So, and then defensively, same thing, right? So that's supposed to be released today. I imagine it is at some point in time. It may already be released. I haven't seen it. Obviously, we know who they are. And then tomorrow starts the draft. And then Wednesday is kind of rinse and repeat, but it's the free agents. So it's the guys who did not play in the league last year that are either, NFL guys coming down or whatever. So I think it's exciting. I think the league's going to be awesome. I think we got a very good coaching staff. I'm excited about that, working with those guys. I think we're loaded there. I think it's pretty cool because I think, from our coaching staff with experience and work ethic and all that stuff, I think we're going to be pretty good. So we're going to coach them up. So I'm excited to get to the team. So we got to go from basically 19 to 64 in the next 2 days. So I've watched a lot of guys.
So I know not asking for any names, but on your current roster, you have how many players today?
18.
18 players. Okay. So y'all can field a team today.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. I have some quarterbacks play other positions, but hey, yeah, the roster is complete at quarterback.
Okay.
Everywhere else, we basically got players, and then we got to fill them in. And I believe the way I looked at it is we got 6 starters slated already. It's like who I think it will be in my mind, from a draft perspective. So we got to fill those in the next 2 days, the other 5 spots. And it's a lot of film watching this going on. So yeah, but we're ready to go. We've done a lot of work in the last week and a lot of late nights. And, this is not a joke. AJ and I were up last week, 3:30, 3:45 in the morning watching guys, like not asleep, like hadn't gone to bed yet. Most nights I shut it down about between 1 and 2 and roll back up between 4 and 5.
Oh my God.
That was kind of my week last week. And then Saturday night and Sunday night, or maybe it was Friday and Saturday night. It was Friday and Saturday night. I was back crazy last night, but I got my 4 hours those 2 nights. But it's been crazy, that to say the least. How about this? I drove. Before I forget, because I'm getting in trouble. Shout out to the 3-time world champion. My last championship trophy hits double digits today.
Oh, is that right?
My man Noxie's birthday. Happy birthday to my guy Noxie.
10 today?
He's 10 today.
Wow.
So we took him, had a little thing with some buddies on Saturday, so we did that. I did get time to do that, but me getting in my car Saturday was the first time I've driven my car in 2026.
You shouldn't be driving on that amount of sleep.
This is the first time I've been in my car. I mean, I drove my wife's car somewhere, but it was the first time in 2026 I'd been in my own car.
Yeah,
I've been at the house for a while.
That's nuts. That's insane.
I've gone from the kitchen upstairs to my, the office and back downstairs. I went sleep, kitchen, upstairs for whatever, how many days it's been.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, no, we're excited. They're going to release. There'll obviously be a lot of names on our roster when they see them that people recognize and football fans recognize. So I'm excited. I think we got a good squad. I think I think our staff did a great job on both sides of the ball, getting the right guys, building this roster. And so it's a unique challenge. It's something that I've done before many times, not at this pace and having to cram basically a year's worth of work into a week. It's essentially what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're cramming a year's worth of work into 1 week.
That's insane. That is. It's totally insane.
And so you just got, we're rolling. We're doing it. So there you go. All right, Neal. But no, one more thing was, they're going to release the schedule on January 22nd. This is going to be the schedule release.
Okay.
So they're going to do that January 22nd. So coming up.
The season starts middle of March?
March 27th.
End of March.
March.
Okay.
March 27th.
Okay.
So won't be long.
No.
Be fun for the show.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So we'll
when does camp start?
I think the first day of practice is February the 23rd.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that. I know I will be in Arlington in middle of February.
Okay.
Before camp starts. I'll be there whenever they say practice starts. We'll go out there and sling it around a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'll be there.
Gotcha.
So, All right. And I would say who's on our staff, but I don't know if it's been released yet. So I'm trying to not. I can't say.
Has the defensive coordinator been released?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody. I haven't been released.
Is it who I think it is?
I don't know.
From the first conversation we had about it?
I don't know.
Okay.
My CTE's
I understand.
all over.
I understand.
All right, Neal, the college football playoff. I didn't know if you knew this or not.
I'm aware.
The national title game is set. Shout out to the boys at Quick U. We have a Quick U first time since we've opened up shop. Ironically, 4 years ago. First time we got Quick U versus Quick U. How about that for the national title?
That's impressive. Good for you.
Quick
Congratulations
U
to
Quick U.
Congratulations to Quick U.
Good day for Quick U.
Yeah, I bet.
Good for business.
Yeah.
Quick U versus Quick U in the national title game. So, Indiana, 8.5-point favorites against the Miami Hurricanes. I want to talk about this, as it relates to recruiting. I saw like all these, you saw it when Indiana played Oregon and all that stuff. Hey, how many 4 stars and then that this team has and versus Indiana doesn't have many and all that stuff. And I wanted to put some context on that when you have Indiana has built their team through experience. Okay. So a lot of their guys are older college players and older players in general. And they've had and have kept or vice versa. They're just an older team. Right. And that's kind of their formula of how they're doing things. And then you look at teams like Oregon and Miami and Georgia and Alabama. They're recruiting the elite high school players and trying to keep them or whatever. But it's an interesting deal where they got the right guys. You know what I mean? Like, just because you were I think from a fan's perspective, they see the stars, right? And they see a guy that's a 5-star coming out of high school and he's a freshman or a sophomore and they're like, oh, this guy was only a 3-star. Well, brother, he's 22, 23 years old. He's developed.
Yep.
He's a grown-ass man. And this other guy's inexperienced and all that stuff. And you're seeing it, you see it all the time, even with what I'm doing, going through this draft process with the UFL. I mean, there's first-round picks, there's second-round picks, there's third-round picks. There's all these guys. Watched one today that was a 5-star top 10 player in the country coming out of high school. And so but you do develop and things change as you get older. And Indiana has done a great job getting the right culture people, mature players, and they are playing and executing at a high level. They just don't make mistakes, man. You know what I mean? I mean, they're playing a sound of football that can be played. I mean, it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, their semifinal game got out of hand so fast that I didn't watch it. I was driving still when they kicked off. So I covered Ole Miss and Miami on Thursday night. Got up on Friday, got to the airport, got on my flight. I flew back to Oklahoma City so I could get my truck. And got on the road about 2:45, I guess. And I was, between Russellville and Conway when they kicked off, and I was staying in Conway. I could not go all the way. There was no way. I was too tired. I didn't go to bed the night before, really, and so it was hitting me. When darkness came, I was like, I'm done. I knew I was done. And anyway, by the time I got to Conway, checked into the hotel, dropped my stuff off, and walked over to the restaurant next door, it was already like 28-3 or something.
Yeah, they picked 6 on the first play, and then Oregon actually put together a really good drive, answered, and they answered, and after that, I think it was like, I don't know, they outscored them like 48-7 or something the rest of the way, or whatever it was too late. But they were, it was just impressive, man. It's like they don't ever flinch. They just go about their business, and it's just it's impressive how just consistent and solid, and they just don't make mistakes. And Mendoza looks better every time he goes out there.
Yep.
And not only does he throw a good ball, he makes good decisions. He's got great ball placement. And it's not the sexiest thing you've ever seen, but it's just so damn consistent, man. I mean, the guy can play. I mean, obviously he won the Heisman Trophy, but I mean, they're a good football team, man. And Cignetti's got them going, and they'll be taking on Miami, who I don't know if y'all remember, but when this whole thing started, I got laughed at somebody asked me who's the long shot to make the run. I said Miami because they're built for it. And brother, they have found their identity, what I would call late.
Yeah.
And brother, they have leaned on it, and then they have just won their way right through. And they were doing more pushing the ball downfield early in the season, but they just line up and run at your ass and make you like it. No diddy, and pause. But they're so physical up front, and their running backs are physical, and they lean on you, and they wear you down. I mean, At the end of the day, that's what they do. And then the thing that they do and they've done such a good job with
42 minutes of possession in the Fiesta Bowl.
I mean,
88, was it 93 snaps to 65 or 88 to 60? It was something like that. It was incredible, this disparity. The fact that Ole Miss was in that game with the chance to win on the final play is just remarkable.
Yes. I mean, it was one of those games I tried to explain. I was like, all the breaks, kind of like the 50-50 breaks, not all of them, but most of the 50-50 breaks, like Miami, how many picks did Miami drop?
4.
You know what I mean? So
they dropped 4.
If one of those is different,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it could have got out of hand. And but Miami just leans on you, man. And they lean on you. And where they're so good right now is they're winning first down on offense. When you got 2nd and 3 every freaking drive, it's hard to stop. I mean, it just is. And then, when they got tired, they got behind the chains, then they spit the screen out to Malachi Toney. And then they had all those big dudes running in front of Malachi Toney. I mean, like, it wasn't anything extravagant that they were doing. They were just running inside tunnel screens, but they were getting it to an elite player who's young, by the way. We don't call him 17 years old. He's a young player. He's supposed to be in high school. He didn't get the Ryan Williams treatment, but he's damn good, man. He's elite.
Hey, along these lines, P-Mob, thank you for the super chat. It says, advice needed. Placed a $10 bet on Miami to win the national championship on December 1st at plus 25,000 odds. He says, do I take the early cash out for $550 or let it ride in hopes the U gets it done for $2,500?
Take the cash out, dog.
Okay.
Take the cash out. It's a $10 bet. I mean, you've won. You won. Cash it out. $10 for $550. You won. Cash it out. And I know some people go, "Oh, it's just $10," and everybody's like, "You're only losing $10." No, you're losing $550.
Yeah, because that's what you could have right this moment.
Yes, cash it out. I'm not a. You've already won the bet. So yeah, I would cash that one out. That'd be me. But if it was like life-changing money, well, we have a different conversation. But $550, let's go. But no, I just think that Miami, they lean on. It'll be an interesting matchup. I do think that Miami's going to be able. The interesting part for me would be Indiana's defensive front, because they're really good too. This will be for both teams. It'll be a big challenge on that side. So somebody's got to win that matchup. But Miami's got everybody. Like Miami has their identity. This is what they're going to do. They're going to try to win first down. They're going to run the ball, try to wear you down. They're going to play good defense. I think they match up tempo wise and things like that. They're going to allow them. The thing with Miami that you don't know is what's their health look like. You did see in the Ole Miss game when they started losing guys in the back end towards that, the game started changing too. Ole Miss started getting back in it. They struggled in coverage. Ole Miss really struggled to get drives going because they couldn't get the passing game going early in the game. When guys started going down, they started getting favorable matchups and started rolling. So what does Miami's health look like going this game? And then, Indiana's kind of, Indiana doesn't play a lot of guys on defense. They only play like 13 guys, but they've managed to keep them healthy. They had one go down the opening kickoff, and then he came back and ended up playing. But that's going to be the thing. So battle of attrition. Indiana's favored by 8.5. That's a lot of points. So I have no idea what I'm going to do yet.
Makes you wonder what the Ole Miss line would have been. 10.5, 11.
Well, this goes off matchups.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I would probably, probably 9.5, somewhere in there. I don't know if they got over 10, but it's going to be an interesting game. It's the second year in a row with no SEC team in the championship game.
Yeah.
So,
I
always say keep that in mind, especially with all the stuff going on with coming up with playoff expansion or not and all that stuff. I know there's going to be a big debate about, everybody. I don't understand. Do you know what Greg Sankey's point is for just going to 16, not wanting to go to 24? Do you know what his contention is? I don't. Look,
I think the SEC is really reluctant to give up the SEC championship game because it means so much money. It's such a corporate thing that they do.
That's fair. That's probably what it is.
You know, and you can't make fun of that as a fan and then go, hey, my team's not winning because we don't have enough money. If it's all about money, it's all about money, and it's all about money.
That's fair. I mean, that would be – here's where I'm at is, like, I agree. Like, one, I understand that if you go to 24, you're losing conference championship games. I get that.
Yeah.
But there's a cost. It's like everybody, like, and it's the same thing. This is also why we're in the pickle we're in, by the way. Why college football is where it's at right now, in my opinion, is because it's like, oh, we want the players to get paid, but we don't want any stipulations behind it. Like when you make a decision, and this was one of my favorite things Coach Saban ever said, is like, he said the word consequence. Every time you make a decision, there is a resulting consequence. When you make a decision, there's going to be a resulting consequence. But consequence is not always bad. It's the result of your decision. And what we've tried to do in college football, and I'm going to say we, but not really we. Hey, we're going to pay the players. All right, here you go. No guardrails.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we want to let the guys transfer. Okay, no guardrails. You cannot. Anytime you make big boy decisions like that, there's going to be consequences. And we decided not to put anything. We decided to say, hey, unrestricted free agency every year. Well, you got the shit show you got now because you can't control the market because you're resetting the market every year. By doing transfers the way we're doing them, now the money goes up every year. All right. Well, okay. Let me tell you what we're going to do then. We're going to pay the players. That's good. That's awesome. But just understand when you do that, everybody's going to find a way to get around whatever you put in, right? So that's what we do. And so there's no guardrails. And so if you go to 24, you go that, as I do understand that it's going to take away from the championship games, but I already think the championship game stuff is already gone, in my opinion, even with the 12. I'm okay with it, but again, I understand your part with corporate money and things like that. But you're going to get 16, going to 24, you're going to give 16 teams a chance to host a home playoff game.
I love the people who are like, man, I love college football. I hate the NFL. I'm like,
well, see, what had happened was.
I hate to break this to you, but when you go to 24-team playoff, buddy, you are the NFL. You're just the NFL.
I think we're there now.
You're the NFL with a lesser caliber of play. You are officially just cheering for the laundry. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and my counterpoint, like everybody, like I understand the counter argument, right? Is if you go to 24, it makes the regular season less meaningful, right?
Yeah, of course.
It does.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
My counterpoint to that, though, is okay, but think about the interest level of your team and everybody else. If you're 9-3, 8-4, and you got that last game at 8-4, you got. Oh yeah. You got 7-4 South Carolina taking on 7-4 Clemson in the last game or whatever. I'm just making this up, and the winner's getting in.
Sure.
The interest level of everybody, because we like brackets, right? I mean, dude, we do it in basketball. I'm a college basketball fan. I mean, that week we'll go watch Manhattan Jaspers play IUPUI in a Tuesday night tournament game to see who gets in the tournament. I also think it brings up the interest level, which brings up
it does
market. So.
It does. It's what the NFL parity is a driving force in the NFL.
That's why the last week of the season is the way it is. They put weird games at weird times on those Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
They were very smart. Like if you looked at the last week of the regular season this year, they put their biggest game of the week on Saturday night primetime. Even though it was Saturday night, because they put those Saturday games were playoff implication games. They were smart where they put them, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing. But 24 has been in the FCS forever. It works. It gives 16 teams a chance to host a home playoff game.
Fireman says if it goes 24, SEC will have to do away with non-conference games. No, they won't, because they need the TV money, and the TV people are just not going to keep paying. They're not going to keep paying for Auburn, Mercer, Ole Miss, Citadel. They're not. I mean, I'm not guessing on this. This is not me speculating. This is not an opinion.
It's happening.
This is I know things that have happened in the negotiating room, and they're not paying for that shit anymore.
Yeah. And then, look.
Fans might like it because your team gets a dub. Coaches like it because your team kind of gets an off date and a dub.
Anybody that's associated with money doesn't like
it.
it.
But the TV people, they hate it with a passion, and they're not going to do it anymore.
And the schools.
And nor should they for these prices.
And the school, it's a loss. I mean, not a loss. I'm sure they make money, but they have to pay at a guarantee to those teams that they're playing, one. So they're out of pocket $1 million by paying it, I mean, generally speaking, getting those teams to come play. And then, two, none of the fans show up. You know, they may sell season tickets and all that stuff, but like that's when you don't have full stadiums. I mean, does anybody sell out those games anymore? I'm genuinely curious.
I don't think so.
I'm not doing it, but a great study for somebody to look at was how many teams played a FCS opponent late in the year. Okay, not in the first game of the year. How many teams played an FCS opponent like in the week before the rivalry game deal, like in November?
Yeah.
How many of those teams sold out that game? What was the average attendance? I bet you there's very few sellouts.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's literally sold it out. Like the stadium was full. Nobody. The consumer, I don't know. I've proven to be so wrong on this that my opinions on this part, I catch myself just whatever I think I should just say the opposite and then I'll be right. But I do think the consumer is like, okay, I'm not paying for that anymore.
I think I don't think you're wrong when you're thinking. You're talking about the consumer getting tired and not watching and stuff like that because of all the stuff.
I'm trying to think. How do I say this? I've battled this for a few years. I think college football is such an emotional game with fans because they're not. It's not like they're not. They're showing Bears Packers highlights here, right? I mean, I don't know if that's the best example in the world because those are two rabid fan bases, but I think people's attachment, 90-something% of people, that's probably too strong. The percent of people who go to colleges and get into the sports, right? Because half the people on campus couldn't care less that a sport's happening. But the other half, those people graduate with these emotional ties to their alma maters. And for whatever reason or reasons, they have an emotional attachment to their school's teams that sort of just supersede everything. They look past every wart. I mean, I thought when this started with the transfer portal thing, I thought the idea of basically having such a small percentage of players who you got to see matriculate through the school. They signed as high school kids, graduated 4 or 5 years later. You got to watch them grow. You cheered for them for a period of time. I thought the absence of that would weaken the appeal. I've been wrong.
I think it's because
logically that would do it.
Yeah. For the record, I agree with you, or I agreed with you. I still agree with you, but I think the interest part, right? And I think we'll go in a good transition here after you tell me about some bills we got to pay, and we'll talk about it after the break. But I think the difference in where the interest level is different now is, okay, my team stinks. Okay, I had a bad year. All right, we didn't have a good year. I'm South Carolina, or I'm Kentucky, or I'm whoever.
Yeah.
And in the past, okay, past is in 5 years ago, you're like, golly, it's going to take, we got to go sign 25 freshmen. We got to wait for them to grow up for us to have a chance. Now with the portal, I think everybody feels like they may have a bad year, but they get this hope comes back that we can go buy all the players we can go buy, and we can go get a difference maker. And like
Kentucky's brought in 30-something players.
Yeah.
That doesn't even include the high school kids. Arkansas's brought in, what was the number I saw today? 36 players. I know they've lost 30, but they brought in 30-something new players. And
there's that hope.
Then they have a high school class, and so you can convince yourself that, man, yeah, we sucked last year, but everybody that made us suck last year, they're gone. We brought in all these new guys, and
they're all going to win the Heisman Trophy, all 30 of them. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the hope that kind of keeps things turning. But tell me about some good friends of ours before we get into the portal.
Well, whenever I start talking about the portal, I just think, you know what I'd like right now is a cold beer.
One of them right
and
over
not just a cold beer, a cold Coors beer. Because look,
you talking about 100% fresh?
if you're going to give in to the frustration of people yelling at you about, you guys aren't as good as on 3, and then you say, why is that? They're like, well, you're not doing it minute to minute. To which I think, do you hear yourself? But then I think, you know what, Neal? Don't fight them. Open up a cold Coors. Because you know what? Coors was around before message boards. Back in 1873. All the way back in Colorado. Before Colorado and Colorado State played. Before Colorado lost all their players to the portal. Everybody just sat around and they had a nice cold Coors. You know why? Because it's been made with fresh 100% Rocky Mountain water. Same recipe that's been going on for 150 years.
That's good stuff right there.
When you drink a Coors Banquet, shoot, you're drinking history. Coors.
How about that? I like that. Look at you.
I know.
Where'd you get that thing
The
at?
people at Coors sent them to me. How about that? You got a T-shirt? It's right over there.
Oh, I got one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They thought of you. Everybody took care of you.
Okay. All right. Coors.
We're also brought to you by 47 Vodka. The vodka's smooth. The bottle's bold for a limited time.
Some say the greatest vodka ever.
Some. The deal's unbeatable. They have the 47 Vodka's Presidential Gold Edition, complete with gold flakes and engraved cork. Your friends are stocking up. Your liquor shelf deserves it. So go to 47vodka.com right now. Get the vodka that drinks like a statement. Get a Presidential Gold, and you'll get a collector's cut bottle for free at 47vodka.com. We're also brought to you by Cole Walters, State Farm Insurance. Cole, licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him online at ColeWaltersInsurance.com. We're also brought to you by Bank First. It's the hometown bank with people who understand the needs of our community. That means local decisions, local support, local folks who care if your kid made the team. At Bank First, they're not just bankers. No, they're neighbors. They're friends. So when you're buying a home, you're starting a business, or hey, man, you just need someone to explain what APR actually means. They're here, right down the street. Call Gant Boone, 662-310-0204 to learn more, or visit bankfirstfs.com. They've got great rates right now on condo purchases. All of their markets. They got great technology with their app, online banking. They provide merchant services, including Clover point of sale. They got locations in Oxford, Starkville, Hattiesburg, Tuscaloosa, and more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Bank NMLS 454-063. And we're brought to you by Outdoor Underwriters. Everybody loves the outdoors. It's cold out. It's hunting season. But you want to make sure your hunt club or your timberland is covered. I mean, you just do. Outdoor Underwriters provides the insurance you need at a price that makes sense. Outdoor Underwriters provides liability protection for occurrences arising out of activities and operations of your hunt club and its members, its guests, its invitees, its agents, its employees. You can get blind and tree stand liability, mobile equipment liability. If you're like the new coach at LSU and you got a hunting dog, shoot, man, you can even get hunting dog liability insurance and more. Outdoor Underwriters also provides standing timber insurance, timberland liability, prescribed burn coverage, guides and outfitters, and consulting foresters. Outdoor Underwriters, they're endorsed by the National Deer Association, the Wild Turkey Federation, and multiple forestry associations, Alabama, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana. You can access these products through those association websites, or you can call Outdoor Underwriters at 866-961-4101 or online at outdoorund.com.
You know, one of the problems, I was laughing while you were doing that, Aaron was texting me. So we'll always go out, whoever's birthday it is, we'll go out for dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Let them pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My family, as I've discussed on this podcast before, no one eats the same.
Right.
Okay. I'm the only one that eats like a normal human. Myself and Brock.
Okay.
Everyone else.
Aaron's picky?
Aaron's picky.
Okay.
Knox is extremely picky. Like, I thought Jackson was bad.
Yeah.
Like, Knox takes it to a whole other level.
Okay.
So when you have all 5 together, I'm not joking when I tell you this. If it's not chicken fingers, like chicken fingers and fries is the only thing.
Yeah. So where do y'all go? Like Obies?
Is the only, but not everybody eats. Like,
Okay.
chicken fingers and fries
Okay.
are the only thing that everyone in the house will eat.
On the Venn diagram, that's it.
That is it.
Okay.
Like, literally it.
Okay.
Okay? Like,
All right.
if we're fixing dinner, right? So whatever it is, if it's, hey, we're going to have spaghetti tonight. I'm going to eat it. Brock's going to eat it, and Jackson's going to eat it. Aaron's not going to eat it, and neither is Knox.
Aaron doesn't like spaghetti?
Like, Aaron eats like salads and chicken. And like, if Aaron's like doing dinner that week, like if you don't tell Aaron hey, one day I would never have red meat ever.
Okay.
If it was up to her, it's chicken and fish.
She doesn't eat red meat?
She does.
She just doesn't ever wake up and think, you know what I would really like today is a steak.
But like, I'm the opposite. If you told me I had to eat red meat every single day of my life, I'm in, dog.
It's good for you.
I'm in. Like, every day, 365.
Same.
3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Any way you can make it.
I had flank steak last night. It was delicious.
Like, you can't mess up red meat for me.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But if you let Aaron do everything, everything's chicken. I like chicken.
Sure.
Eat the hell out of it. But just like, after 14 straight days of it, your boy would like some red meat in his diet.
Okay.
And salads and sandwiches and different things. But
yeah,
it's good. It's fine.
Okay.
We've been together for a minute. I have grown a couple. We can work together. Aaron and I can work together.
Yeah.
But when it comes, so Noxie, it's his birthday today. And so Friday, I was busy with the draft stuff. Okay.
Yep.
And the game, we were going to meet early so I was going to watch the game. And so when Brock got done with baseball, I called him and got him to pick up some wings.
Okay.
Okay.
From
Southern Coop.
Okay.
Great. Love them. Not a sponsor, but really good.
Oh, no, they're very good. Yeah.
That's what I wanted. This is Friday night.
Okay.
Saturday, the next day, or that was Thursday night, whatever night that was. Saturday, Knox, it's raining. Knox wanted to go play golf. It was raining for his birthday with his friends.
Okay.
Went to the golf simulators. Where'd we go? Southern Coop. We ate Saturday? Southern Coop. It's his birthday. You know what he wants?
Southern Coop.
Southern Coop. So that would be
3 out of 4 days.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Southern Coop.
Like your boy, like I'm testing the menu at this point in time. What I'm looking for some alternatives at Southern. I'm chicken winged out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I love chicken wings, but I couldn't do chicken wings 3 out of 4 days.
That's like,
I just couldn't do it.
That's the story of my life, right?
Yeah.
So if it's Jackson's, anything Jackson's going to start with pizza. Okay, I'll come down late or whatever, and I'll be like, we go OYO a lot, because we got a 19-year-old, and Jackson's back until he goes back to school. So we got a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old, and Knox now 10. So she'll say you're OYO. So OYO in my house means I'm on my own and Brock's on his own.
Okay.
And Jackson's gonna like, we literally keep in the freezer.
Yep. 5
to 7 DiGiorno pizzas. Like Jackson would eat DiGiorno pizza, frozen pizza every day, every meal, lunch, breakfast, dinner, all of it. Like it's just.
I'd lose my mind.
Me too.
I know.
And so the people who are normal are left suffering because it's like I just want normal food.
Yeah. And you don't cook much. You like to grill. You like to smoke.
I do, but just with my day, it's hard for me to.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I'll take care of me.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do stuff for the family. So how about this? I make chili. Okay.
Yep.
Kick ass chili. I got a recipe I need to give you.
Okay.
World Championship chili recipe. It has one. It's me and Aaron. None of the kids.
None of them will eat chili at all. Really?
Not even Brock won't even like it. So you make
what
chili
if you put
for 2
it
people.
on a hot dog?
Oh, no, hot dogs. 2 people eat hot dogs in the house. Me, of course, and Knox. Knox will eat a hot dog, but he just eats the actual hot dog. He won't eat the bread or anything else. We just now got him to do steak. He's been living off of chicken fingers, chicken nuggets the dude literally, this is not a joke. He eats chicken fingers or chicken nuggets. He eats a peanut butter sandwich. That's it. Peanut butter and the sandwich.
Okay.
All right. And he eats yogurt.
What kind of yogurt?
Blueberry.
Okay.
That's it. And anything sweet, like he'll crush sweets.
Okay.
But the actual protein is in it, and it's, you know.
Yeah, go on.
But like, and it's so he's so picky that he likes certain chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Like he crushes Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. He crushes the dino nuggets, you know, that you get in there.
Yeah.
That's about where it stops. We'll go somewhere and get chicken fingers or chicken nuggets. He's like, he wouldn't try a chicken finger for years because I was like, it's a big chicken nugget.
You want me to bring back some of those Razorback nuggets for him when I'm up in Northwest Arkansas?
That'd be good.
See if he'll give those a shot.
But anyway, so that's the story. I do this every day.
Take Carson his car here in the next week or so. Yeah.
That's my day. That's what so that takes up about an hour of my day every day is deciding what everybody's how we're going to keep people alive. So there you go. All right. I hope she's not listening because you just texted me. I hope she's not.
She's probably listening.
She's probably listening.
I mean, you've now insulted her driving, and now you've insulted her eating habits. I mean, good thing you're about to leave for 4 months.
Yeah, right. No doubt.
Gonna be because she's gonna have AJ throw you on the couch.
Whoa. No diddy. And super paws. All right, let's get into the portal, Neal. I know let's transition out of that before I get fired.
I was enjoying the chicken more than I was in the portal.
I'm sure you were.
I was.
All right.
My problem, man, lately, just to finish the conversation, is twofold. One, and I don't say this just to kiss up. My wife becomes a better cook by the year.
Mm.
And my resistance to said food, my ability to go, no, I don't want that. I don't need to eat that. I'm good. Lessons.
Oh, dude, I'll crush whatever. I'll like literally, let me tell you what my no-goes are. I don't do rutabagas.
Okay.
And it'll probably get back to her because we got so many snitches on here. My mother made this thing growing up called 7-layer salad. It was the most disgusting thing that's ever been put on planet Earth. I'm talking about like they should give that to like people on death row to just punish them. It's got
it's terrible.
And my dad's the only one.
Is that with the coconut and the fruit and stuff?
No, it was like, all right, a whole like the pan was like this big, right? Like a bacon pan dish, you know?
Yeah.
The whole top was covered with mayonnaise. Okay, so you're already out.
That's not salad. Go ahead.
Oh, dude, I'm with you. Okay. I'm on Team Neal here.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, it can't get worse.
And then you put bacon bits on top and cheese on top, and then you had lettuce, and then other layers of it. So it's mayonnaise on top of lettuce with bacon bits and cheese, and then it's layered like that throughout the pan.
That's disgusting.
It's the most awful. And then water chestnuts. Have you ever had water chestnuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would you're a kid and you're starting to try that. I would gag at the table.
Oh.
And they'd make me try to force me to eat it because the way I grew up, I want to do that to my kids. And you can't do that now. You probably get thrown to DHS. But, I wasn't getting up. And I have
that was a meal?
No, it was just part of,
but
it was made for holidays and things,
Mayonnaise?
Dude, mayonnaise? Like literally, if you go to, I don't know if they still do it because I don't even pay attention. But you used to go they used to put salad dressing, they used to put dressing on the mayonnaise label. Like people used to use mayonnaise as salad dressing in the old days.
Yeah, like Miracle Whip.
Yeah, which is mayonnaise to me.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But you just mayonnaise, right? So they would put dressing on whatever. But yeah, so that and rutabagas. That's it. I'm good with everything else. Whatever you put on my plate, I'm down.
Yeah.
That's my list.
Yeah.
That's my no-go list. Anything else on earth, I'm good with.
Yeah.
I've eaten it all. And I will crush it. But no, my kids, it's just what it is. And then somehow, just so the other thing that she wasn't mad at me. There's people trying to get in touch with me, and somehow her number is associated with me, and random people are trying to get in touch with me, texting that phone because I don't, it's my name or whatever. So I'm sure somebody tried to look it up, try to be clear. If you can get my number without my real number, looking it up, you're blessed. because they're usually not mine. They're usually my kids or my wife's. All right. Let's talk about the portal.
All right. Wicked Brew says ESPN article, the College Sports Commission has rejected 500 NIL deals worth $15 million, I think he says, since the summer, 10% of the value of all submissions.
Yeah. So
most everything's getting through.
No, it's the opposite of that. Nothing is getting through. I mean, very little. There's only been I don't know the exact number, but I haven't looked it up this month, but it was there's so many, and that's what we're going to get to. We'll talk about that in just a second, Wicked Brew. But the portal, because I want to talk to it about numbers and all that stuff. Sam Leavitt is announced to go on LSU, the Arizona State quarterback.
Tennessee has not given up, according to reports.
Not till I've always wondered, there's some NCAA stuff there. I wonder how that would apply, but anyway, usually doesn't get that far. Dylan Raiola going to Oregon, allegedly.
Saw that.
I'm going to say allegedly on all these because, things change. And then, obviously, Trinidad Chamblas' we'll talk about those three things. Trinidad Chambliss' appeal was denied, and then I'm sure he's going to appeal, and do the court thing, and I know he is.
17,321 deals have been approved for a total of $127.21 million, according to the ESPN article.
Right. So here's the deal. So when you're doing the math on that, right? In the old days, I guess my point is this. In the old days, so that is from the start of this deal, the House settlement, until now. Let's just call it double it. That'd be $200 million over the course of a year. Well, that would be 10 teams worth $20 million. There's a lot of teams out there, right? And so the actual per team, that's less than $1 million per team. Actually, $2 million on the Power 5 teams that have been approved, an average. So that's what I'm trying to say is the people who are. So now, if you've only had $2 million approved, and then you start going, I do this every day, and more familiar with it every day, especially this cycle. This rev share thing and the way people are doing contracts, and that's why you saw the CSC do what they did, release that deal or whatever they said about the guaranteed NIL money and all that stuff that came through on some contracts. I think it was an LSU contract. I don't even know which one it was, what they were referring to. You cannot guarantee NIL numbers. And so a lot of these numbers being reported, okay, and I talked about this on the post-game show the other night. A lot of these numbers that are being reported have incentives in them. And so it's not guaranteed money. And so the thing I always tell, I've talked to a couple of people that are investigating the portal and things like that. And I was like, look, the only number that truly matters, is the rev share number. If you are a quarterback, okay, it's just like the NFL. The guys you see on commercials, you don't see left tackles on commercials very often. You see Trey Smith on the State Farm commercial with Patrick Mahomes or whatever it is, but the marketable players are going to be able to, quarterbacks will be able to get NIL where they'll be fine, and some players more than others. But a lot of these numbers are based on either A, incentives, or B, they're based on, hey, we're going to be able to get you this deal if we can get it put through NIL Go. But they will throw out an NIL number, Neal. A lot of these people are throwing out NIL numbers with no plan to get there. Hey, this is the number we're going to try to get you.
Okay.
But with nothing lined up.
Yeah.
Just saying, hey, we're going to try to get you that.
Mm-hmm.
And that number is being thrown in, this big number that's being reported about what they're getting and all that stuff. That's one thing. That's what the CSC, the Ross Dellinger tweet from last week, that's kind of what that was referring to. Now, in the incentives, because I know we have a lot of people that listen to our show that don't listen to the postgame show, but one way that people are getting creative, I apologize, I didn't have your return email. Somebody actually emailed me on my business email said I was 100% correct because they work for an insurance company, and I did good not to mention any of the insurance companies. I'm going to stick with that. So let's say this, Neal. Let's say what position do you want to play?
Oh, I want to be a quarterback.
All right, so you want to be a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, Neal. I'm going to give you $1 million in rev share. Okay, I don't know how good you are. We're just going to give you.
I'm really good.
You're really good?
I'm phenomenal.
Okay. Depends on how I front loaded and all that stuff. Let's say I front loaded a bunch.
Okay. All right.
Neal, I'm going to give you $4 million in rev share.
Okay.
$2 million of it's going to come in this 6 months based off my last year's rev share. I'm going to apply $2 million of it for the next year. All right. But here's what I'm going to do, Neal. Not only with that $4 million, what I'm going to do is if you are, what conference you want to be in?
Oh, I want to play in the best. I want to play in the Big Ten.
You won't hear that. Hey, Neal, if you're first team all Big Ten,
Okay.
I'm going to give you, you're going to get another $100,000. If we go to the playoffs, I'm going to give you $200,000. If you go to the next round, I'm going to give you, we go to the second round, we get $250,000.
Okay.
If you go to the semifinals, I'm going to give you $500,000. If we win this whole down, we go to the
We're
last
going to
one,
win.
then all in all, bonuses, if you go to the postseason and we win this thing, I'm going to give you an extra $1.7 million.
Okay, sweet.
All right. And
Yep.
then blah, 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 blah. If you win the Heisman Trophy, I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
Well, what I'm going to do.
Also want a private plane to the Heisman thing, and I want a new suit with an overcoat.
That'll be in the NIL deals. But for those incentives, okay, let's call the incentives an extra just for
Don't make
even
me call
numbers.
LSU. I will.
Let's call it another $2 million just for shits and giggles.
Okay, so I'm up to $6 million now.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact said insurance policy guy. He's going to give me a premium. He's going to pay out that money if you do, and I am going to put in the let's say just for numbers. Let's say it was $50,000 for all that, right? Whatever it was. I'm going to actually give you $50,000 additional in your rev share money, so that will pay for that premium. And then if you hit those marks, okay, then the insurance company pays that. It doesn't come out of rev share.
So the insurance company is just getting premiums and betting that these bonuses won't hit.
So, for example, okay, so here, if you're the insurance company, how do you make money, right? Everybody's like, well, that doesn't make sense. They're losing because they're going to go to all the try to get all the schools and say, hey, look, they're going to try to get 45 quarterbacks for an incentive for the Heisman Trophy. It's a great example. Okay, I'm going to try to get 45 quarterbacks for the Heisman Trophy. Well, guess what, Neal? There's only one guy that can win it. So they're going to collect premium money on 44 of the 45.
Yeah.
But they're going to pay out one.
Yeah.
So that's how they're making money. Does that make sense? Yeah. So all of these premiums that they're trying to do, like if it's an easy premium, say if it will start in 12 games. Okay, well, the premium may be a little higher because that's easier to pay out and there's no way to control that. But they're basically betting against you on some of those. Does that make sense?
It does.
And so what the quarterback does is when his number comes out, it doesn't say 4 million. It says 6.
Yeah.
And so by using these insurance deals, you can stretch your rev share number. I mean, you can take $1 million of your rev share and apply it towards premiums. You can stretch your damn numbers a couple million. You know what I'm saying? Like you can almost over double it. About 40% growth on that. So you can stretch your rev share number.
Okay.
But it's not like that money is not coming out of their 13.5, if that makes sense.
It does. That is shady.
But that's how. But
yeah.
I'll tell you the same way I told somebody that said the same thing. I was like, guys, when you give us rules, we will find a way around it. Okay. Now, do I think the CSC may shut it down? There's no way they can really, because if I'm paying you, unless they change the whole rule system, which they're not at this point in time, because I'm following CSC rules. If I give you $50,000, you can go get any premium you want. That's not between the school. That's between you and them. You can go buy whatever deal you want to buy. It's like me saying, hey, here's $50,000 to go buy a car. I can't pick what car you drive. I gave you $50,000 to go buy one. Does that make sense?
I mean, yes.
Yes, but no, I get it. But that's how a lot of these are stretching, right?
Yes, but a player wouldn't take $50,000 and go put it down on him winning the Heisman or him winning all Big Ten. It just...
Hey, you want to know how it gets done?
Oh, no, I appreciate the explanation.
I'm pulling the curtain back.
I'm simply just saying that this is sleazy and shady, and
I'm for it.
Odd.
I'm for it. I mean, I'm for it. But here's the other thing: is like, and shout out to the insurance companies. That's smart. And then the other thing too, obviously, is how much you front loaded. Okay.
Yep.
How much you front loaded? How much you got to pay now versus pay? So in this 6 months compared to the next 6 months. Or is it all having to come out of next year and all that stuff? And then from a collective standpoint, there are things you can do, but you're not going to move the needle out of the collective or the NIL. When I say move the needle, you're not going to make it out of the collective. You're not going to, and out of true NIL and what they're putting in there, you're not really going to be able to move the needle, probably unless you're a quarterback.
Right.
Okay. Now, what I say about quarterback is
Well, that's why I wanted to be a Big Ten quarterback. I did want to move the needle.
the quarterbacks are going to be the first ones that they want to market, right? So
Yeah.
if you got your third-party NIL lined up to where, hey, Coors Banquet is going to – whoever our starting quarterback is, they're going to do a commercial deal or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know how that works, but with alcohol. But my point is, okay, I know that I'm going to do enough work, the market value, you can get more money through. You're not going to be able to do that for the left tackle or the center or the random receiver. So if you got your third party lined up, you can do a little bit more of that, but you still can't guarantee it because that may fall out or whatever it is. And that's a lot of money on some of these. And so you can't promise them that. The last part of it is this, is also, as we talked about before, and one of these episodes we've done in the last month, is some of them are stretching the contracts to 18 months.
Yeah.
Hoping that they're either A, going to be worth keeping and paying that money for next year's to keep them on contract through the portal, or B, they're going to be so bad that they're going to let them go, or they're going to go to the NFL, be good enough to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
They're banking on those 18-month contracts that they're backloading. They're banking you won't be there in January, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And people why are they signing those contract deals? Because
Well, I'm just going to tell you, man. Listen,
Johnny's uncle's his agent.
I'm going to sign this deal with Northwestern, and I'm not leaving. I'm going to be Mr. Northwestern when this is over.
Yeah.
It's going to be like when they put up the Mount Rushmore of Northwestern.
Yeah.
It's going to be Pat Fitzgerald, Bob Brocato, me, and
shout out Bob
and Chris Collins. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Love it. Love it. You, Bob, Pat Fitzgerald, and Collins.
Mm-hmm.
That's who
I'm gonna have hair.
You gonna put
flowing.
hair on it?
I'm gonna have hair flow when the wind blows. My hair's gonna flow on the mountaintop.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting how everything's going together. I would just say this:
Go Wildcats!
Is a lot of these numbers that are being reported? Yes, they're on contract, but like I would say 99.9% of all these numbers you're seeing, they'll never see all that money. Does that make sense?
It does. It's the part that it's the part that I wish we could all report. It's the part that I wish the kids
transparent.
I wish the kids knew. Yeah. I wish there was a lot more transparency.
Well, and that's the other thing is
because these kids are getting in the portal. They're thinking they're going to get all this money. They don't, or they think they are, and it's one of the things that's leading to a lot of locker room issues midway through seasons. Guys aren't getting what they thought they were going to get.
I would and there's numbers being reported and all this stuff. It would blow your mind on what some of these guys, like really good players, particularly quarterbacks, that you would assume if I'd said, I'm not, because I'll tell you after the show, but it would blow your mind on some guys that what you would think they would be making.
Yeah.
And what they actually were making.
Yeah.
Because why, Neal? Because they didn't. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Players don't want to do the work for the other money. They just want you to pay them the money. And so a lot of guys are like, I'm good. I don't want to go do that. I don't want to go. And it blows my mind. I'm like, hell, I'd be grinding. You know, what'd you say? What you need me to do?
Yeah.
But when you give an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid hundreds of thousands of dollars, and every month $100,000 hits that checking account, and then all of a sudden you say, hey, look, I mean, that's all the money in the world to them. They're rich. They don't have in their brain, they can't put together that, hey, dude, this could end tomorrow.
No, because they're immortal.
They're immortal. And we've all been there.
Oh, sure.
You know, but they're not practical adults. And so they think they got all the money in the world and they're not spending it anyway, or hopefully they're not. They're being smart with it, but they are.
They are.
They are. Not all of it, though, but you're sitting there and they got plenty of money coming in every month. And you say, hey, I got this gig. I need you to go. Hey, I need you to give up your Saturday that you were going to go hang out with your boys and go do this and go do that. I'm going to pay you $30,000 to go take your Saturday up to go sign stuff in some random town for 3 hours.
Yeah, they go, no, I'm
good because I just made $100,000 this month.
I battled it with the MPW digital player shows. They didn't want to get on a Zoom for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That was 30 minutes on a Sunday, which was kind of the one day they could kind of have sort of off. I got it. And then they had other demands. And they weren't making anything resembling six figures.
Gotta love my wife. She's now screenshotting all these text messages she's getting that are asking for me, and then she's looking them up. I'm like, yeah, I got nothing for you. Some guy's 66 years old from California. I imagine it's an agent.
Probably so.
Bro, I've talked to some agents this week.
I bet.
I have talked to some agents this week. It's been nuts. All right, Neal, before we get out of here, let's talk about the national, or hang on real quick. Trinidad Chambliss. I know we got a lot of Ole Miss fans listening to the show. A lot of people along the world that are aware of this. Is his eligibility is up. He has filed an appeal with the NCAA. They denied it. I guess what day was that they did that? Last couple of days.
Friday. It happened while I was in the air.
Okay, Friday. Tom Mars and is it Liston? What's the other guy?
William Liston.
Mm-hmm. He will file a injunction in the state of Mississippi. I just want to go on record. This is not. I don't know anything. I'm just my common sense here. I'll bet you he gets that injunction.
He probably will.
Just how the state of Mississippi works. I'm going to say he gets the injunction. That's going to be my prediction.
Yeah, this is one of those stories where
if you did it in Tennessee or Louisiana, probably wouldn't get it.
This is where one of those stories, which is sad, what you just said, by the way.
It's true though.
It is. Yeah, this is one of those stories where my opinion on this is pretty nuanced, and it's almost like I can't win. And so I just sort of bow out.
Yeah, I understand. I think he will get it. Now, I will say this. I don't think it's good for the NCAA if he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, that, yes.
Here's where the NCAA,
here's the thing.
But it is.
Here's the thing. If you start granting 6 years,
that's why.
Everyone gets a 6th year. I remember saying this to you, and to your credit, you looked at me like, God, I hope you're wrong.
But you're probably right.
So what's to stop somebody from going, well, I can make more playing college football than I could working at wherever.
Yeah, it's already happening, Neal.
So why I want to play – I could make more. You're limiting my earning power. I should play 7 years. Okay. Now, I can make more as a 7th or 8th year college player, and people are out there going, you're insane. Here we go. You can make more than you could as an NFL player or a UFL player, so they just keep playing college football.
Yeah. No, they're
and before,
right.
And hey, look. It's been proven that the fans don't care who plays.
No.
Okay, if you guys do not care. It's clear. Just don't tell me you do, and that's cool. You and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not making fun, but I'm saying you don't care who plays for your team as long as they're good and they win. Now, if you're not good and you don't win, you stop caring really fast.
Right.
But you guys didn't know who the hell Trinidad Chambliss was until September. You didn't know who he was. And all of a sudden, y'all got his flag all over this town.
Hey, how many?
Hold on. And I'm good. Cool. He's a great kid. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for all of you guys. It made you happy. Good for you. I'm genuinely happy for you. You know I'm being serious.
Yes.
But this isn't like when it was Eli and he signed as a high school kid, and in year 5 he took you to the Cotton Bowl, and you're like, man, we've been through the ringer with Eli. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Romero Miller.
Yeah.
Signed with you out of Shannon High School when he could have gone to a gazillion other places, and he was your dude.
The guy.
He was your guy, and I mean, you revere, and you should. I think you should retire his number.
P. Willie.
Yeah, dudes like that. And we're just talking Ole Miss for a second. So it's all good. It's cool. You had a team full of dudes that came in from all over the place. They took you to within one play of the national championship game, and you rightfully loved them. But my point is, you'll love them when 7th-year players.
8th, 9th, 10th.
And so
33.
But here's who pays for that.
High school kids.
Johnny High School kid.
Yep.
Is not going to get the opportunity that he would have gotten before.
Because I'll tell you, every coach in America is paying attention to what Indiana's doing right now.
Absolutely.
And rightfully so. I would be too.
Because if I can have a team full of 23-year-olds, I got to coach them. They got to have some talent. They got to be disciplined, got to be bought in, et cetera, et cetera. But if I can have that, I'm probably beating a younger team. Ole Miss is an old team.
Yeah.
I mean, Ole Miss lined up and beat a physically superior Georgia team. They did. I watched it with my own two eyes. And look, Ole Miss lined up and came within this close of beating a physically superior Miami team. I mean, it was right there. One stop. That throw that Beck threw on the last drive, the one bad throw he made where he threw it high, he threw into traffic, and had he thrown it a foot lower, Centarian Perkins might intercept it, and Ole Miss is getting ready to go to Miami and play Indiana. I mean, it was that close. So I'm not picking nits here. I'm just telling you, everyone's watching this. And more programs are going to spend less and less capital on high school kids. That's already happening.
Yeah, it's already happening.
It's like I've listened to some Ole Miss people over the last week go, Pete's going to really dive into high school kids. I'm like, I bet he doesn't. And they're like, why do you say that? I'm like, well, because look.
We'll still have to some because they're cheaper.
But you're not going to go crazy with it. Because
they won't have significant roles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you might add a few extra guys that you think might stay and you can develop. But
that's where your depth's going to come from.
But for the most part, in fairness, this is where I think it's fair to look back on Kiffin and go, Kiffin was this, Kiffin was that. Kiffin showed you how to win here. He did. He won. And so, no, I don't. I think this is where this is headed. And look, if you start allowing 6th and 7th year players, people are going to take them.
Yeah.
And if you can make, throw me a number. Give me a number for a linebacker at the SEC or Big Ten level. A successful starting.
$500,000.
Where else are your 24-year-olds going to make $500,000 a year, guys?
Nowhere. None in the professional world besides the sports.
I mean, you're not making that as a damned attorney.
Right.
24.
Yeah. So it's yeah. So I'd be interested to see what happens. I will say this. I heard Chase talk about it. It's not a coincidence. I think the contract from a rev share standpoint, guaranteed money basically was put that way to put the appeal through on that case.
Absolutely.
I think if he had another year like already, I don't think the number would have been what it would have been for him. My opinion.
Yeah.
I think it was to help there.
A couple of super chats real quick as we start getting out of here. Where were they? Board got active and I lost them. Thoughts on former Chargers minicamp attendee signing with Washington State?
I'll have to see that. I don't know I don't know the whole story there.
18-year-olds, Austin says 18-year-olds rarely see the field in a big way. Yeah, they just don't. They don't.
That's true.
You know.
All right, last thing before we get out of here. Hang on, text. All right. I can't text and talk at the same time.
We're talking NFL playoffs here.
Yes.
One game left. Steelers tonight against the Texans in Pittsburgh.
I'm going to emotionally pick the Steelers, which is a bad mistake on my part. I'm clouded judgment. My man Clay Karcher that works for me at QuickU, huge Steeler fan, and it ruins his day when they lose. So if they lose the season, he's going to be messed up for a couple of days. So I have emotionally pull for the Steelers for not just him, but DK. DK will be back tonight. Have them fresh legs tonight. So I think DK scores a touch. The best bet tonight is DK anytime touchdown. I think DK is going to come out and make he's going to do something. But I've said this before. It's kind of part of me, turning into OG. Like Aaron Rodgers, probably one of my favorite NFL players ever to watch. And knowing this could be the last one if they lose, you know what I mean? Like I'm pulling for the Steelers just to see A-Rod keep going. You know what I mean? Like I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I just as a fan of his game, I think he's the most arm-talented quarterback to ever play the position. So, Dan Marino, close second. But I'm a big A-Rod guy. Different eras. So I'm pulling for the Steelers. They are underdogs. Look, the Texans' defense is real. If they can score points, that's going to be the whole thing. It is in Pittsburgh. Offensively, they've been struggling a little bit. Obviously, some of that was with DK, but being out. But having DK back tonight will definitely help. But he will have fresh legs. All right, last thing I want to talk about, then I want to get you out of here because I want to get your mindset on this. We could not talk about this the way our show goes. Are you buying in to this conspiracy theory with the San Francisco 49ers and their practice facility? Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, about the magnetic field and whatever? Yeah, probably.
All right, George Kittle tears his Achilles last night.
Yeah.
Like, dude, do you know if they can, all these guys are getting hurt?
Yeah.
And there's enough smoke to this?
Yeah.
Somebody's do you know the lawsuit's coming?
Sure. Rightfully so.
I'm talking about, dude. We're talking about major guys that have major career money earnings.
Yeah. And these are
we're talking about billions of dollars.
These are players that are in a very powerful union that, yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, there's a workman comp.
But just think about the amount of money. Like George Kittle, what's his contract? Bosa, what's his contract? You got all these guys that have had these, injuries since they've been out there, and they're like the most injured team in the league. I mean, dude, I just don't know how you would prove it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's different, but if they figure out how to prove this deal with the electromagnetic deal field being right next to the practice facility in the stadium and where they spend their time, it could get really crazy. But hey, the 49ers beat the Eagles last night, and I don't even know how they're doing it, Neal. They're everybody's hurt. They just keep finding a way, man.
That was a really interesting game to watch last night. They just battled.
It's been their story the whole year. I mean, they were fighting for the 1 seed a couple weeks ago. And everybody, all their guys are dinged up. And Rams beat the Panthers 34-31. Kind of figured that one, but the Panthers played well. The Bears-Packer game, awesome.
It was an awesome
game. Bears come back. They were down big. They come back and win.
Even Laura got into that game. We were out Saturday.
A lot of good games, man.
We went out Saturday night late, and when we left one place, it was 21-3 Packers, and I was like, well, that game's over.
Every game's been really good, with the exception of last night. New England just dominated the Chargers.
I didn't watch that one.
I mean, the score was closer, but it was like they were in control of the game. And turnovers kept the Chargers in it.
I was watching Thunder Heat last night.
There you go. And then Bills Jags was really good.
Yeah, it was a good game. I watched it yesterday.
And then how about this? The freaking the Jags, I think, they had a chance. I mean, to come back and get it, and it's just
the Jags had a real chance.
Yeah. So
38 seconds away.
Yeah, they had a chance. They had a shot.
It was a good game.
Hopefully this game tonight keeps it up.
Got a schedule for this weekend, by the way. On Saturday, it's Buffalo at Denver, San Francisco at Seattle, and then on Sunday, it's the Rams at the Bears, and then the winner of tonight's game at New England.
Yes.
So, there you go.
All right. Neal, you know what, Bo? I'm thinking about this.
Think about the Niners. You can blame it on the electromagnetic field. I would argue they'd all be in better shape if they just got in prime.
Dude, I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
What we should do, we should call our friends at Prime, and we should get them to send kits.
Yes.
Out to the 49ers team.
Yes.
And they should all take it.
They should include a mask in those.
Man, they probably already got those.
Yeah, it's true.
I saw, by the way, I forgot to send it to you. I saw a meme on the internet that said it was a pair of tidy whities and then a mask.
Yeah. Like
a pair of tidy whities and a mask. It said, "Can't hold in a fart, but can stop a global pandemic." Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna holler our folks Prime. We'll get them to send all the kits out to San Francisco.
Yeah.
They can just do it like I did. Put it on their arm. 5 minutes later, you know what? Because they don't apparently take time. They don't have time for a doctor's visit or a confusing lab report. They wait till they get hurt to go to the doctor, but they can go ahead of time. They can get this. They can get Prime. So you can go to getprime.com. You can order any kit they have there for your hormone levels, anything that you're looking for. And you can go to Get Prime, get the clear, personalized results in less than 24 hours, Neal.
Unbelievable.
You get the kit, whatever you need, go to getprime.com, and they will send you, when you send it back less than 24 hours, you're going to get everything you need. No needles, no waiting rooms, no hassle. Whether you're rechecking your hormones, your energy levels, or your metabolism, or just your overall wellness, which is what they need. Prime makes it fast, easy, and actionable. If you need support, Prime connects you with trusted doctors that can give you the next steps like peptides, protocols, and real strategies to help you feel your best. It's that simple. So go to getprime.com. That's GETPRYM.com and take your health in your own hands. And don't forget to put MPW in the checkout, and you will get 20% off of your first order. We're also brought to you by our good friends at Thompson's Paint and Body Shop. You know where they're located, Neal? Right there in the heart of Saraland, Alabama. That's right, Saraland, Alabama, where the honest, family-friendly group will take care of your car just like it's their own. They're not some big corporate chain. Nope. It's Don Jr. and Matthew Thompson. They've been fixing up cars with care, quality, and love all the way for 35 years. That's right, 35 years. While the corporate guys are chasing numbers, the Thompsons are focused on what really matters, taking care of their neighbors one repair at a time. So check them out at thompsonspaintandbodyshop.com. Check them out on Facebook at Thompson's Paint and Body Shop, or give them a call at area code 251-675-0884. And it doesn't matter where you're located. Just give them a call. They'll come to you. They'll get you taken care of. thompsonspaintandbodyshop.com.
How about that?
How about that?
Incredible.
How about that?
Amazing. I mean, I'm on my
looking for that transition.
I'm on my stream.
Yeah.
And on our board, and someone, Onyx 1024.
Okay.
He says,
Shout out Onyx.
Had Jim and I run some numbers on Siskey's question about attendance in the FCS game. I was incredibly surprised. I even had to double check the numbers and provide sources from NCAA confirmed data.
Let's go.
It says Texas A&M had 102.1% capacity for the Samford game. So this is where we're getting into
sold tickets.
Sold tickets. I was at the Ole Miss Citadel game, unfortunately. That stadium was 2/3 full at most.
Yeah, I'm not talking about sold tickets. I'm talking about asses and seats.
Yeah, I mean,
because everybody sells out. There's not many, but you get so many season tickets now. It's asses and seats is what I'm referring to.
No, yeah, no. Those Auburn UL Monroe on November 15th, they never had 100% capacity for that.
No.
It's just not people showed up, nothing. Nope.
No.
And look, here's the bottom line with these games. Say what you want about them. TV hates them. They're not going to keep paying for them. The TV people, they put their foot down.
Yeah. And then
and you need all the money you can get now in your because you got to pay rev share and all that stuff.
It helps. That's all I got today, boss.
All right, we've been brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams, natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push your limits and achieve your goals. You can learn more on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel. So we'll talk to you guys again on Thursday. For Tyler, I'm Neal. Take care.